close up, so it's just amazing. Now, emergency vehicles are still coming to the scene, as you can see there.
And this is raw video just back, so we apologize. It has not been edited, but you can see the extent of the explosion, the fire that ensued after that plane hit.
Our photographers have been able to get fairly close. You can come around the back way to this building from our location on Steck, but you can hear when they got there, this was a fully engulfed building. The last I heard, it was a 2-alarm fire that was called. There were numerous successful rescues reported, but on the other hand, there were at least 3 people, possibly more, transported by ambulance to University Medical Center Brackenridge, and even more who were injured, who walked in on their own seeking medical attention. It's going to be a while before we have some of those figures tallied up. But our video just back from the scene from our photographers shows the people who were there on the scene, the thick black smoke that you can see filling the air, and firefighters doing their best earlier this morning to bring this under control.
And the intensity, speaking of trying to get it under control, was so intense, this fire. According to the Statesman, Fire Chief Rhoda McCurr was telling her firefighters to get into a defensive mode, that it was almost impossible to fight this the way it was spreading. It was so intense. Just fearful that someone might be hurt. You know, we've seen how floors can collapse after metal starts melting at intensity, fire intensity so high.
And as we've been told, this is a 7-story building, so we're talking about a lot of square footage here. And despite all of the modern precautions, you know, it's intense when a fire like this breaks out as a result of a plane crash. I mean, but it is something that I believe our department has trained for, our fire department, our rescue guys, and frankly, most occupants of buildings these days know when they tell you to evacuate, there's been a plane crash, you don't stop. You just get out as quickly as possible. Cars here pulled over to the side of the scene to let emergency police patrol cars get through. I think our residents, our occupants handle this as well as possible. It's the unknown that leaves you wondering.
Exactly, and we do have dozens, if not hundreds, of people waiting to hear word on what to do next. They're waiting out in the parking lot near this building. But again, this is raw video just back from the scene, and I believe we have some people that we actually interviewed on tape here. We'll pause for those as we come to them, but we're just letting this roll so you can see the intensity of the fire at the moment this plane hit.
Again, it happened just before 10 a.m. this morning. One of the first to call the KVUE newsroom was an eyewitness, an experienced pilot who described a single-engine Piper Cherokee crashed into the building there. It is address 9430 Research Boulevard, the Echelon building, in a complex of business and commercial buildings there. But there are homes nearby. There are apartments nearby. So it's a very densely populated area. 183 parallel to Jollyville Road as 183 approaches the South Loop 1 interchange.
And talking about the trajectory of this plane, this very small plane only seats about 4 people. We've had a couple